Hi everybody, Aaron Portzline, Allison Lucan here in T-Mobile Arena, where the Blue Jackets tonight beat the Vegas Golden Knights 3-0. Elvis
left the building
with a
shutout.
27 save shutout. He dreamed about this as
when
he
power napping
during the day today, and he delivered. He has been nothing short of fantastic since Joonas Korpisalo's gone down with injury. Blue Jackets get 6 out of 8 on this trip. Goals from Bemstrom, from Dubois, from Wenberg. That's right, I said Wenberg. We'll get to that in a minute. And the Blue Jackets skate away 3-0 win over the Vegas Golden Knights. What a stamp to this road trip, Allison.
Absolutely. And these were two teams coming into this that were both challenged by their starts.
Yes.
They wanted
correct.
to be better. So I think in terms of the psyche of both of these teams, the way this game started was a big deal.
Yeah.
Blue Jackets get on the board first. Power play goal, and from Bemstrom. This is what we heard he was touted for.
Yes, that shot.
And we finally saw it, I think, really in its full force.
Yes.
And full effectiveness tonight.
Yep, yeah. So it's kind of a weird game in the sense that the Blue Jackets didn't get a shot on goal for like almost 9 minutes to start the game. Then they get a shot on goal, and they take all the shots the rest of the period and dominate the rest of that first period. Then they go another really long stretch, almost 12 minutes between the second and the third periods without a shot. But I think this is one of those games where you can sort of trick yourself into seeing something else if all you see are shots. Like I think they played the game they wanted to play. There were times where they were pinned back in their own zone, time where they were just chucking it out, regrouping, chucking it out again, and living to fight another day. But then when that happened, there was always a push after that. And I think of the Boone Jenner shift, his line had a really big shift early in the second period. I think I said to you, they can't win playing this way.
Right.
And Jenner has a big line, a big shift right then, and then moments later, Wenberg scores, and now they're in full control, 3-0.
Yeah, if you listen to what John Tortorella is talking about, particularly in this recent stretch, I think you're right. Now, shots matter, of course. But the transition play is so key.
Yeah.
They're keeping opponents out of the zone, and they're pushing with the forecheck, either keeping them out or with their effective transition. I thought their transition game was really strong tonight, particularly compared to recent games. We know they're focusing on it. And I think the team is watching that. The coaches are watching that. Just move the puck.
Right.
If they're not in the zone, they have a lesser chance to score.
Yeah. So Bemstrom a big goal, Dubois a huge goal, 2-0. Wenberg has the big goal because it's 3-0, and it's sort of, I think it takes the wind out of Vegas. But it's a big goal because it's Wenberg. He hasn't scored in 35 games.
When?
He hasn't scored since something like October 21st.
Yeah.
It had been a long while. Wow, that goal. Just that sequence right there, and to see Wenberg score it, of all people, Allison, that's a big moment.
Yeah, I really like the goal, like you said, the play leading up to it. Werenski with a nice pass again, out of trouble.
Took a hit to make the
Takes a
pass.
big hit. Gerby comes out, little dish pass to Stenlund, who had 2 assists tonight. First multi-assist game, both of his first NHL assists, I believe is correct. And then he with the nice pass to Wenberg. I think Fleury wants that goal back.
Yes.
But again, more encouragement. Do that, please, more, Alex Wenberg.
Yeah. So we mentioned him at the start here. We got to go in big now on Elvis.
Yeah.
It's Elvis, it's Vegas. Even John Tortorella made note of it. Excuse me.
He has a guitar celebration at the end.
Guitar celebration at the end. Almost kills Nick Foligno again with the post-game celebration. We've talked, you mentioned Stenlund tonight. John Tortorella double shifted him. Gerby's been great. You can go up and down this lineup and pick 8 to 10 guys who have had really big moments as they've gone through these injuries. It's really hard to overstate how important Merzlikins has been to this team. They lose an all-star goalie in Joonas Korpisalo, and now Elvis steps in, who hasn't played regularly since he's been in the NHL. Now he's playing regular. Now he's playing with even better than all-star numbers. You can't overstate how much this kid has meant to this team.
Absolutely, and I feel like we're talking about this idea a lot this year, but big saves at big moments.
Yes.
As Torts says, key saves at key times.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look at the offensive firepower on this Vegas team, and even Elvis mentioned it himself, he knew that was a dangerous power play.
Right.
He knew he had to be strong against them. And I think more importantly, he just looks, he's owning this responsibility. He is owning this chance. I really appreciate it. He said he had a goal to at least get 3 wins on this road trip. He did, but he knows he is not anywhere near where he needs to be. Just a revelation, really. And maybe it took longer than we thought, but I think this is what everyone said when they said he's a really great goaltender.
Yeah. And I think it's important to note, so he was not happy not playing.
Right. As would anyone.
Nobody should be.
That's right.
Right? If you're happy not playing, this is not your game.
That's right.
Most likely. He sees himself as an NHL starting goalie and a star.
Mm-hmm.
He does. Like, people may laugh at that. I don't think they're laughing now.
Right.
That's how he sees himself. And so for me, like, the way that he handled not playing, the way that he handled that debut against Pittsburgh, which was a nightmare, the way that he handled several other nights in there is really impressive, that he's been able to put all of this together at this moment. I had a talk with Manny Legacy after the game that Elvis, in his starts before this stretch, felt like he needed to be special.
Yep.
That he needed to be the star of the game in order to show the team that he deserved to play more. And now that Jonas Korpisalo is hurt, it is Elvis's net. He can relax, and I think that's what we've seen. We've seen a very calm, positionally sound. There have been some crazy things, as you may have noticed the other night in San Jose, but he seems really big in net, really under control, super competitive. It feels like it's all there.
Yeah, and I think, to that point, what we saw in San Jose, and even some of this is his movement.
Yes.
This is how he plays.
Yeah.
And I think we have to be careful. I'm not a trained goaltending expert, so in talking to people who know the position better, this is just his style. For him, this is not necessarily an out of controlness. Now, we have seen that at some times.
Yep.
But the line for him is different than maybe what we're used to in terms of the majority of goaltenders we see. But I agree. I think he looks really comfortable. He looks in his skin, as he has said. Yep.
It's a wonderful say, because it's right on.
Yeah.
And Legacy has said that he reminds him a little bit of Dominik Hasek, who certainly there was no textbook style about him.
Right.
He was a very unique player. So I don't think it's ever going to be a straight line with Elvis. It's always going to be interesting. It's always going to be interesting. And so I'll say to Allison, what Vladislav Gavrikov said to Elvis when he thought Elvis was maybe going on a little too long with the media.
Are you saying Russian as well?
No, I have no idea what to say, but we're in Vegas.
Yes.
So we'll bid you farewell. 3-0 Blue Jackets over the, who are they, Golden Knights. Blue Jackets fly home tomorrow. Have a little fun on the strip tonight, and we'll see you back at Nationwide on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
There you go. Thanks for watching, reading, listening, all that good stuff. We'll talk to you soon.